Greetings. Now in this video, I'm going to tie a Carpenter Bee. Luckily, a Carpenter Bee has a little tuft of orange on behind its neck, which I think will help for visibility. It's a little bit of a challenging fly to tie. I had to go through several iterations before I came up with a design that I felt looked okay. But if you go slow, you can do it. It might take you a couple tries. It's on a size 10 hook. Uses black deer hair, a little bit of orange deer hair, some straggle legs, a hackle for the rear legs. Fun fly to tie. I think you'll enjoy doing it. And I also think the bluegill are going to tear it up. Trout might as well, but I'm sure the bluegill will. So I hope you enjoy the video, and let's go tie a Carpenter Bee. Okay, I'm going to tie this Carpenter Bee. On a size 10 hook. I was going to go with a Carpenter Ant, but a Carpenter Bee has a touch of orange on the top. Might help being able to see it. Okay. First thing we're going to do is take some black dyed deer hair. Hopefully I got enough of it. Put it on top. Take several loose wraps. We come back with some tighter wraps. Put several on there. Like that. Okay, now just take a hackle. And tie that hackle on. Okay. Then we just bring that hackle forward. About there. It's going to kind of represent the rear hairs and maybe some legs towards the back of the bee. Okay. Now, I'm going to make sure I get my sequence right here. Next step is I cut 2 hackles as wings. They're a little bit long. Still a little bit long. Yeah, that's closer.
Tie one on. Get these about the same length if I can. It's pretty close. Yeah. Tie the second one on. We'll trim these off. Okay. Now what we want to do here is we'll take just a little bit of thin UV. Just put that right where we tied those wings on. That'll kind of hold them in place and also keep them from ripping out when a fish hits it. Got it. Okay. Now, go back with a little bit of black dubbing. Use that to build up a second hump. Something like that. Okay, next I'm going to take a piece of this Semperfli straggle legs. Bring my thread rearward. Tie that off. Trim it off. Okay. I'm going to push those straggle legs down. Okay, now comes the tricky part. We're going to grab all that deer hair. Roll it forward. Cinch that down pretty good. Okay, next, kind of got my, there we go. I'll take some, just a little stub of orange deer hair. Put that on, cinch it down. Okay. Work our thread forward. trying not to capture too many of the straggle legs. Grab that deer hair again, pull it forward, cinch her down. Then we like that. Okay, now if I can get them, grab that, cut it off. Okay, trim that head back a little. Darn it. Keep getting that wing caught. Okay, next, so we don't lose everything, come forward, and we'll whip finish. Okay, now we got a little maintenance to do. Get that orange. And we just start cutting that back. Something like that. Not too bad. Now I got some busted deer hairs. Alright, we got them. Cut some of this legs back. One more busted one. Now we're getting a lot closer. And see one more in there I want to get. Okay, now this is fairly fragile at this point, so I'm going to take some thick UV just that forward a little. I'm going to coat that deer hair a little. Otherwise, when the fish take it, it'll tend to break that deer hair. Okay. Come up front. Okay. And finally, I'm just going to put a small drop right in there. Okay, so it'll hold together now. Come on, light. Having a little trouble with my... Okay. There you have it, Carpenter Bee. I think the bluegill are going to go nuts over it. I think the trout would take it too. Buggy looking. Thanks for watching.